You'll be cozy. You'll be cozy. My name is Vinny. I'm as you guessed. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you, nice to meet
Before we get too far, I just want to give you a quick disclaimer. I do something unusual in my Uber where I live stream. So
Oh, wow.
please don't share things that you're like, this is private family stuff. So don't get there. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a heads up at the outset. So you're Ace.
Yes, my name is
Random, your name?
Jenny.
Jenny. Jenny.
Jenny.
Jenny. There we are. Thank you.
Or Jenny.
Jenny. I better not get in trouble here. And then behind me is
So, Andre.
Andre. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you. What is your please?
I am grateful for a couple of things. One, I put curlers in my hair last night and I think it turned out fantastic. Thank you for noticing. I tease. No, I'm seriously grateful for being able to be inside when it's cold outside.
Super cool.
I know. I used to work where I had to be outside in this kind of weather, and ever since I don't have to do that, I've never forgotten how awful it was working outside when it's this cold. And so that just drives up my gratitude, saying, "Oh, this is such a beautiful experience."
What do you do before?
Oh, once upon a time,
Yeah.
I did many things from working on the oil rigs to delivering papers and being a delivery driver. So many settings in which I was getting well acquainted with the chill factor. But when you don't have to be in it, it's like, oh, this is lovely. Yeah. So I'm super grateful for that today. And also, I'm grateful that I enjoy what I do, because that's a big deal, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This would be a very long day if I didn't.
Exactly.
Yes.
So this feels like play, right?
It kind
doesn't
of
feel like
does.
working at all.
Yeah. There's that sense where it's the unexpected, right? As I enjoy people. I enjoy the day that they've been kind of the space they're in, and so when the opportunity to connect, it's so uncertain. Maybe it's going to be a quiet ride because they don't want to talk, or maybe we're solving the world's problems. It is such a wide open dynamic, and so it's kind of fun.
What's the most interesting ride you had so far?
Let me think here. There's been a few. There's a few that I remember that I'll never forget. And they're often meaningful. So oftentimes I'll get people asking, do you drive like at nighttime when people are drunk?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
of course I drive.
I wanted to ask.
And then they ask, do they throw up in your car? And I said, yeah, that's happened too before. And they're looking for the kind of stories where it'll be like, oh, what did you do? You know, that's like really bad, you know? But honestly, here's my story that I believe in my mind when I'm in this space. I remember that these people who I get to serve are fellow human beings. And sometimes when they're in their most vulnerable moment, I don't know, kindness goes a long way. And so I'm thinking, one, I'm so grateful that they're in my vehicle instead of behind a wheel somewhere. Two, they never meant to do these bad things, right? They are just trying to hold it together. They went out to have a good time, to have fun most likely, and things didn't work out according to plan. And sure, it's an inconvenience and a mess, but it's a fantastic opportunity just to remind them, saying, life can feel crummy at times, and we don't need to add to it for each other, right? So if I can just remind you that you're a fellow human being who's worthwhile all the support and care, then this is going to be a really neat space. So yeah, so those are interesting, and the opportunity there is fantastic, I think.
Nice.
But I remember one of the most impacting ones was he was probably 20 years old or something in that age range. We were having a great conversation, but what I didn't realize is what he told me at the end of the ride. At the end of the ride, when it came to drop him off, he told me that he'd been in a really dark space, and he was actually planning that was going to be his final night. Yeah, so that came unexpectedly. Absolutely. I had no frame of reference, mind you, right? But just because of the conversation that we had, I mean, it was a worthwhile, meaningful conversation, but I had no idea that there was more behind it. He was saying he was inspired that there's probably some more to still continue going on. So that is probably one of the ones that I'll never forget.
Yeah.
For example, right? It's so unexpected, those moments when they come up. Um, yeah, like I say, the opportunity, if you're open to seeing it, is so vast in its diversity, right? For other, like I remember the other night, I had a few ladies in the back. They're young as well too, and they were ready for the end of their night, but they were still having a good time. And so, if you can imagine us blasting music really loud and singing all along the way. So, look at that puppy! Oh, he's like, I'm stuck here too. I'm trying to get to you. Aw. You're an animal person, are you, Jenny? Yeah. What's your guys' itinerary this afternoon?
Sorry.
What is your itinerary this afternoon?
So we're actually
Going to buy a luggage.
going to look for luggage.
For vacation.
Yeah, we're going for vacation. We're coming back home for vacation for 3 weeks. It's December. So,
Just in December.
yeah, December.
So you're preparing for a very exciting event,
Oh yeah.
and so you're getting the luggage that's going to help make this happen.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah. It's been a long. Like for me, it's been a while.
Yeah,
2 years.
since you've been back home.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be amazing.
Is this the first time you're all traveling together there?
Back, yes.
Okay, you all came here together.
Yes.
How many years ago did you come here?
2 years.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Dubai is back and forth
Oh, I see.
several times a year.
I see.
Which is so good.
Ah,
Business.
I see. I
But,
see.
But like together in 2 years, so it's
Amazing.
gonna be exciting. And Christmas is different in the Philippines. So
I've heard.
Singapore.
I've heard. So
Yeah,
this is a big deal.
Yeah, it's super.
So, have you already been celebrating since September? Or
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
you have. Okay, because it's a different setting in this
As
culture,
soon
right?
as soon as you hit like the Burr months,
Yes.
Yes, Christmas time.
That's
already
when it hits.
considered Christmas.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah.
And it goes into January.
January.
That's amazing.
Actually continues until Chinese New Year in Feb.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, even the fireworks is like 2 hours now.
Needless to say, you're very excited about this trip.
Oh yeah,
Oh my goodness,
super excited.
that's
And
fantastic.
also we get to see our families.
Of course, of course,
Yeah.
and enjoy it with them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm excited for you guys. So you're leaving in a week, maybe
No, we're leaving December 20th.
20th,
Yeah,
and you're gonna go for a few weeks. You said,
3 weeks.
including into New Year's as
Yeah.
well. And New Year's is not as big as Christmas there.
It's yeah.
It's big there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
New Year is actually bigger than
In our
Christmas.
family, New Year
And Christmas is
bigger.
already big.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's like Christmas is leading up to New Year's.
Yeah, it's like a pre-party
Oh
type
my
of thing.
goodness.
So yeah, but yeah.
So yesterday, I met a really sweet older lady from the Philippines, and she was I was picking her up at the grocery store. So she was loading her groceries, and she was telling me how expensive things have come. She lives by herself. She works so many hours just to try and make things ends meet, right? But she was saying, but I need to buy food because this is the season, you know, when she needs to have parties and hosts like that. And so I caught the significance. And then she really wanted to tip me. She was so insistent. I said, honestly, like, keep it because, you know, I want you to still make it. And she said, no. And so she was so generous that way, but it's really sweet.
Yeah, that's our itinerary for this afternoon. But whatever goes,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
We just started, like you start usually early when you drive.
Usually. So on the weekends, my goal usually on the weekends is to ride through the nighttime so that I can serve those who are at the bars and so on. So that's a bit busy time for sure. And then during the weekdays, I usually wake up like very early, like 2 or 3 o'clock,
Wow.
and I start driving then on
Okay.
weekdays. Yeah. So the nice thing is we can choose those hours. It's
Yeah.
very flexible.
Yeah.
So yeah.
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 But it's when it hits 8, it's
Yeah.
gonna be traffic, right?
True. And I guess I'm not bothered by traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy it? Yeah.
It's not that I enjoy it. I just know how to navigate in it.
Mm.
It's just part of the job, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's parts of the job where I'm like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
And based on how well I know the city as well, I can also choose alternate routes,
Yeah.
right? So
That's smart.
yeah, so it's helpful that way to know the job out, and then also to know like the schedule that people have. You know, when they're going to work and when's the best time to be available. How to make sure that they are able to meet their commitments as best as they can, kind of thing. Yeah, I kind of like the job.
Yeah. How long
Yeah.
have you been driving?
Since I started 5 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Long time.
I started 5 years ago, but then I took a break for the last 3 years,
Okay.
and I'm just coming back to it again now. So
Yeah. Got to do what you love, right?
I've known I like this for a while. Yeah. So when I went to the other job that I was working at, I told them I'm only here for a short time because I'm coming back to do this. You know, I've got some goals I wanted to finish. You know, so
Nice.
yeah. Since you've moved here 2 years ago, I mean, you're going back for a visit, which is wonderful. Did you ever find yourself thinking, this is the right decision, or no, wasn't it?
We're trying to take it day by day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing conversation.
Life is short, so just whatever
Yeah.
opportunity you have,
Yeah.
you just take it, and then just go from there. That's how we usually approach things. But yeah, we're like, I think what we're thinking right now is, where do we retire? Do we retire here? Do we
Yes.
go back to the Philippines? Those type of
I
things.
see.
But,
The next plans, I see.
try to save this.
One of the things I wish I'd done when I was younger was I wish I traveled more. So now I'm trying to make that a part of my future, making plans to see where would I go. So I started doing some investigation, places I'd like to go to. Philippines was never on my list until I started seeing Philippines. And I said,
Oh my god.
I know.
I'm telling you.
Ah.
You're gonna have the best time of your life.
Ah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I've never seen it. Yeah, it seems an amazing, beautiful place to be.
Like so we're from the Philippines,
Yes.
and we haven't really like traveled like every
Yeah.
places there is, because it looks small,
Yeah,
but it's huge.
Okay.
It's 7,000 islands.
7,000.
7,000 islands, and
Okay.
each of the islands are
Yeah.
like, they have different vibes. You can go to an island and it's just peaceful. You can go to
Mhm.
one island and it's gonna be surfing.
Oh,
To
wow.
one island,
Yeah.
all they do is dive.
Yeah.
Go to one island and all they do is party.
Yeah.
So you can find a lot of different experience and vibes.
I was really shocked that I hadn't known of this kind of beauty when, and so I was watching all these videos on YouTube and saying, oh my goodness, like it looks lush and tropical and
Like
diverse.
what they say, it's sometimes it's chaotic beauty. Especially when you try to stay in Manila.
Yes.
It's so
No,
traffic.
don't.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Just get out of there, right?
Yeah, so we just get out there,
Yeah,
try to go visit the other parts.
yeah.
But Manila is still nice. It's because the food, the people, it's different.
Are you planning to travel next year?
This next year, my biggest travel is going to be to Black Rock City. I don't know if you've heard of it. Rock City. So this is a very unusual city that only comes into existence for 1 week in the year, and then it disappears. And the population is 80,000. So the background to this story is I recently joined and have been participating in Burning Man community. I don't know if you've heard of Burning Man.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'll
a
research that.
yeah, check it out. It's like a really unique community
Yeah.
that gets together by some principles and values that they hold, but it's really driven by their expression of artistic brilliance. Really, they build things, they dance, and some of the principles are beautiful. For example, at this place, even though it's expensive to get to, there's no money there because everyone gifts things. They share like very openly. They bring their skills from creating these beautiful architectural works and art forms and dance scenes, and one of the big principles that they have is radical self-expression. Who are you? Come and explore what that is, and be in this community that makes space for that. Is fascinating. So every year they have the main event where the whole world comes to this one place in the desert in Nevada. And from scratch, they built this whole city for 1 week. And they have like a 10-day sort of celebration together. 80,000 people. Like, check it out on YouTube. It's fascinating.
The most unusual town on earth.
Yeah, you can see it from space as well. That's how significant. And then one of the things that they're really big on is what they call leave no trace, another of their 10 principles, where you leave the place better than you found it. So by the time they leave, everything is as it was before. It's a very unique community. So I've been fascinated. So I'm making plans to be at that event this year, and it's going to be a really big experience for many people.
Interesting.
It is the Burning Man community. So I've been involved here in the city with those who live here, and there's various dances and volunteer things that they do, and it's a really neat community, and I like what they stand for. It's gotten very big over the years for sure, but because it's that popular and people are like, wow, like this kind of a setting. So sometimes it's difficult to find the folks who are in it for the right reason with the principles, but that's what I really enjoy is in that engagement. I find like-minded people that way. Yeah.
Research on
Burning Man community.
Check that out.
For sure.
Yeah.
You might be like, ooh, this might be something else we need to get involved. And if I see you there, I would be
We might
so
see you there.
thrilled.
Over here? Okay.
This is it here, isn't it?
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir.
My
Nice meeting
pleasure.
you.
Thank you. You have a great day.
Nice to meet you
Nice to
all.
meet you. Nice
Have a
to
good
meet you.
afternoon.
You too.
Drive safe.
I will, thank you.
Drive safe.
I will. See you, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye. Oh, golly, I gotta hurry to my next stop now. They were sweet, weren't they? They were really sweet. I did enjoy their company immensely. Hello, friends who are coming on the live stream. Welcome. Glad to have you here. My name is Binyam, and I'm an Uber driver in Calgary, Alberta. I love live streaming my experiences of how I connect with people. So do you have a time for family? Great question. I do usually have time, Abdul. Usually my time with my family is on Sunday. Today though, just being the end of the, towards the end of the month, I just need to do a bit more work to make some of my economic responsibilities drive, but usually my day off is on Sunday. So I spend Sunday usually with the kids, and then during the week I have sort of a day with each one of them every week, where I have one-on-one time, getting to know and spend time investing in them. So I've got 3 kids, they're approaching their teen years. I love being a dad as well. It's one of my primary commitments, even more than this one here. But it's such a big deal for me to be a dad, yes. Alright, friends, I'm gonna close this live stream and then reconnect with you guys in about 15-20 minutes. So if you're able to join, I would love to see you and have you join in on the next ride. See you soon.